Silver Creek Studios for another episode of Get a Load of This. I'm Jarod.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Joe, and I'm going to burn this bitch down like Left Eye.
Left eye.
That's funny. I there's another podcast out there. Not that we want you to tune away from our podcast.
Oh,
but
fuck that guy.
It's called Disgraceful. It's pretty good.
Not him. I was talking about the asshole who stole our name.
Yeah, that's a different guy. No, this Disgraceful. And he tells these stories about basically disgraceful, whether they're athletes or celebrities. And he did one on Lisa Left Eye Lopez and her
Burned
whole
down
how she
Andre
burned
Rison's
down
house.
Andre Rison's house. And it started like with his sneakers, like his prized sneakers. She threw them all in the bathtub.
Well,
and
it
put lighter
started
fluid.
with him banging other chicks.
Well, sure.
That's how it started.
Right.
I don't think she
Yeah.
gave a shit about his
Isn't that how
sneakers in
it
the
always
bathroom.
starts?
The other interesting thing was like she had like 4 personalities. Like she admitted to it. She's like, oh, I got Lisa and I got Betty, and they went. I don't know what the names were.
Well, which one died in a car wreck?
All of them.
Oh.
But depending on like
That
when
cat had 9 lives and just spent them all.
when she was performing, she was one person. When she was writing the song, she was
Whatever.
another person.
Fuck that.
Just straight fucking crazy is what she
Yeah.
was. But anyway,
No,
There's
great.
not
Left
enough
eye.
TLC references on podcasts
There's not,
these
yeah.
days.
no,
Yeah.
no. And they weren't bad, you know. I mean, if you
No.
look back on it, it's some good shit.
All right, we're
you know?
done with that.
Don't
Yeah.
go chasing
I just-
waterfalls,
yeah,
Joe.
Hey, don't.
So
You're just quoting them now. That's not even. All right, yeah.
we thought, based on a movie-going experience I had last weekend, that I pretty much just wanted to rant, bitch and moan
Jared's
about it.
pissed.
Yep.
He is pissed.
And then
so
Joe-
what movie did you go to?
So
So
we
everyone
saw
knows.
Incredibles 2.
Yes, my daughter wants to see that movie so bad. She's been looking forward for like 15 years, and
Yeah.
apparently it's done very well.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
it is. Yeah.
It's really good. But we saw it on Friday night, opening night, and there were fucking little kids
How dare
everywhere.
kids come to a cartoon movie?
No, I'm
Well,
saying
Come and
these,
watch the fucking movie,
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
Don't bitching and moaning.
we
We're
had a
set up
bunch of
playpens.
4-year-olds and younger. Daddy, will you hold me? Hold me right now? You want me to hold? Like, just a fucking
Watch this damn movie,
conversation
kid.
goes on, and nobody anywhere is trying to get their kid to be quiet.
Right.
No,
There's
hell
never
no.
any.
Well, that's because they're precious. That's my precious little Tommy. What do you mean you want him to be quiet? He's just expressing
You
himself.
need to whisper. Nobody's doing that. It's all like
It's a movie.
full voice conversation between the parents and the kids in the middle of the theater.
You want what? You want nachos?
That's because society is crumbling around
It
us.
is
It is.
crumbling around
And
us. I totally agree.
And you know, we talk. You know, you hear the things about the millennial snowflakes and all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not all millennials are bad. My kid's a millennial, you know, and my nieces are, you know, but there are a lot
Mhm.
that were brought up coddled and it's okay, Billy. You know, I'll make it better. And and they're just a bunch of
no
pussies.
regard for other people.
no,
no
they're not
consideration.
there.
Yeah.
And
They don't
now
have to
those
be there.
assholes are having kids, and they're
Right.
treating them, you know, the way they were brought up. Like, the world is ours. We can be as
Mm-hmm.
loud as we want in
yeah.
this place, and fuck everybody else. It doesn't
Right.
matter what they think.
Well, that's because that all stems back from everyone gets a trophy. We all get
Right.
plaques.
Right.
Line up, get a hot dog after your game.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You didn't win. You lose.
I wasn't
Walk.
even at the movie, and I bet you haven't
I'm
even started
telling
to
you.
tell us the
so-
story.
No.
I want. Yeah, go on.
So, it starts literally in the lobby. So we get there. There was like 3 movies. You know, there was a 6:45, a 7, and a 7:30. All of Incredibles 2, just different screens. And the 6:45 was already sold out. The 7 only had a couple seats left. So we said, okay, 7:30 it is. We'll go see that. There's one family in line in front of us. There's not really a line up there. We saw it in town here.
Mhm.
So you just kind of congregate in the
Right, yeah.
lobby.
Right.
Which, you know, that's sort of on the fault of the theater, but whatever.
Right.
No big deal. There's one family in front of us, so we're second in line. And it just starts getting busier and busier and more crowded. Well, they're not seating yet for this screen, but they are seating other movies. And so some of these people are going through, and they're going there to see Deadpool or whatever, right?
Why are they going through?
Exactly. Everybody has to come up and ask this poor 16-year-old girl or whatever, are you seating yet for Incredibles? No,
Does
no.
it fucking say I'm seating?
Right.
That's how it should be, because it's a soccer mom who showed up all late as shit.
Yep.
No, I couldn't get Billy's pants on.
Yeah.
We should have had my boy as a guest on
I
this
know.
one.
I thought about it.
because he works up there.
I thought
and
about
he tells
giving him
me
shit about it.
the
Yeah.
horror stories of the patrons. You know, I mean, and I also wanted to ask him, like, what would management do if Jarod came out to the lobby and said, "Hey, there's this family of assholes in here, and I'm not enjoying my movie-going experience because they're being assholes.
Yep.
Right.
Go fix it. What do they do then? Can they do anything? Does the manager come in and
can.
say,
I mean,
it's
ask them
their
to leave
world.
or
It is
ask them
their
to be
world.
quiet.
We
Yeah.
reserve the right. That's a beautiful saying.
right?
So now you've made it into your seats.
Well,
let's
yeah.
get past that.
But just before that, so while we're still in line, these two ladies who they're pretty clear that they're here for themselves and they don't care what other people are waiting in line for or whatever, right? So
for that movie.
By now there's clearly like a line formed, and they go all the way up to the ticket lady. Are you seating yet for the 7th? They know they're not seating yet.
Right.
And what do? Oh, no, we're not yet? Okay. They don't go to the back of the line. They just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
A little bit off to the side.
Hey, bitch, you waiting for Jumanji too? Get the fuck in the back.
Yeah.
Now, because we were second, I just had my eye on them, so they didn't get in front of me and my family. But, I don't know where they ended up. But anyway, so yeah, we get in there.
Hopefully in the front damn row with the cricket.
Yeah, no shit. I hope too.
But so my wife, we had the kids between us. When I say kids, they're both teenagers. So that was our first mistake. We took our family to a kids movie, hoping that it wouldn't be full of little kids, and of course it was. But my wife was on the one end, and she had
on opening night.
Yeah, I know.
You made a lot of
for it.
errors.
I know. Yeah,
unforced errors.
Well,
Yeah,
so
right,
she has this family next to her. And they've got their popcorn and their soda, and they're talking and getting up 3 or 4 times during the movie for the
and they got to open the cherry balls. Daddy, open the cherry balls.
exactly.
I want to eat the cherry ball.
The guy comes back from the bathroom and in full voice to anybody listening says, he just ripped the loudest fart I've ever heard.
Oh, wow.
And everybody's just like, are you serious?
I was washing my balls in the sink, and he ripped the loudest. What a douche. Yeah, I bet he had his socks pulled up. He probably you could see his belt.
Nah, he probably wasn't wearing socks.
My wife literally had to
I'm not wearing
put
socks.
her
No,
hand
you're-
over her ear on that side of her head to block out what these kids and the family were saying because she couldn't hear the
It's
movie.
nuts.
And nobody cares. Nobody's
Nobody cares.
at
So-
all considering other people's feelings.
Well, everybody's afraid to speak up, and
well, yeah.
Not me.
Getting a battle. No, I wouldn't be either.
So we went to see, what the fuck did we just? Oh, Infinity Wars. It was the last movie I seen. Go in. This is after it was out, so I didn't have the line, but it was busy. Go in, sit down, and I was sitting in the good theater. I only go to the good theater.
Right.
Sit down. I didn't get a soda. I didn't get popcorn. I'm there to watch a movie.
Right.
I'm not there, and I'll get in all that too because I have a beef about theaters. Sit down. It's me, child, bride. We're watching. They got shit. Of course they did. But 2 little motherfuckers, and that's what they are. Won't shut up. Well, that's fine. We're watching, whatever.
Previews or
Yeah, whatever.
The pre-roll.
I still want to see those too.
Sure.
And I definitely want to see them without fucking Timmy and Taffy running their gates. Movie starts. Well, they've probably seen this movie already. They don't even come down. I lean over, I tap their shoulder. Or I tap their seat. Nothing. Then I lean over, I tap their shoulder. I say, hey man, I want to see this. And they look at me, they're like 12. Oh yeah. I said, shut up. That's it. And I lean back.
Out, shut up.
Yeah. I lean back. They didn't say another word.
Oh yeah.
About halfway through the movie, and the place is hot.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm in here sweating. I paid $40 to go to this fucking movie, and I'm sweating. Then some asshole, and this happened to me twice, starts vaping in this motherfucker.
Oh really?
Vaping. And oh my God, if you're going to smoke, smoke. If you're not going to smoke, that's not an alternative.
Right.
Give it up. Either smoke or don't smoke. And you don't smoke in there, so you don't do anything
So
in
don't
there.
vape in there. Yeah.
And he's like a 50-year-old man.
Right.
I wanted to end his life. And
Even if you are going to do it, I mean, if you are going to do something like that, be as discreet as possible.
Well,
There's ways you can do that
because
sure
they
you
all
can.
smell. It smells.
Well, they smell, but
and
maybe they
it
smell,
stinks.
but you could like blow it down into your arm or something like that.
No,
or-
why would he do that? Because he paid $40
They
too to
think
see
that,
it, and I
they
can.
think that vaping is
Completely
the
acceptable.
friendly way of
It's just
smoking in
water.
front of people. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's
No, the
stinky. It
friendliest way
smells
is
like
to
you're
chew
fucking a
tobacco.
camel.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't have to deal with that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Right.
I don't know. And then my only other beef about movies, and I'm going to just say because I've got the mic right now, is I don't agree with the way that it's gotten to the point where you can order a meal
right
at the movies and have it brought to you.
Table service and shit
I don't think that. Nope. I went and did it. I didn't do it. I went to a theater that does it, and it sucked.
Was it the Shrine, the Moolah one, Moolah Theater, over by like Chase Park Plaza?
No, I was up off Olive.
Oh, okay.
And it was terrible. I was pissed. You see all these waiters running around, and they got your money, and of course, my bride bought hook, line, and sinker.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, this is awesome. I go, this is terrible.
We went to one of those.
Dinner and a movie is a whole night, and it should be separate.
Well,
dinner at the
dinner
movie.
and then a movie. Yeah,
right.
No, we did it at the Moolah Theater, which it's a real nice place, and they got sofas. So it's basically like you're in your living room with a bunch of other living rooms right next to you with no walls. So you got all these assholes around you,
right?
And actually, I don't remember there being any problems with the other people, but the problem I had with it was this is how long ago it was. I think it was like the Green Lantern.
Wow.
Yeah. So was that Ryan Reynolds? Yeah. Before he had success.
Right. No, he had success.
Yeah, he was big. And then that was just a terrible movie.
Yeah, then he did.
Right. So
we talked about this before.
We're seeing that movie, and I'm sitting on this sofa, which in hindsight, God knows how many other people have sat on this sofa.
You wouldn't believe how hard he farted on it.
Yeah. But
douche nozzle.
I'm maybe 25 minutes of the movie, and I am out like a light. I'm snoring. The wife's beating on me. She's like, "You're sleeping." I'm like, "Well, yeah, this place is too fucking comfortable."
Right.
I mean, this is like I'm home on my sofa, and this is a shitty movie. I'm gonna take a nap. You know, leave me the hell alone.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have made it so comfy.
Right. They should start selling cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the theater here in town, they have the new comfortable chairs.
Only way I'll see a movie.
But they don't recline or anything like that, which is good. Now you go over to St. Louis.
Have you done the recliner ones?
Yeah.
Though?
Yeah.
Oh, man, so much better.
But I would be done. I would be asleep in minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, see the right movie.
No, we went and seen over at the one in St. Louis. Jeepers Creepers 3.
Jesus.
Yeah. And it was packed. We had to actually get our seats, and we were front row. I mean, good thing it reclined so I could watch it, but it was.
I don't even.
Nice job.
I
you got
had
a hole
no
in your lip.
idea what Jeepers Creepers 1 or 2 was about.
They're great movies. It's this thing. It's like a monster locust.
All right.
That for 23 days, every 23 years for 23 days, it eats.
Really?
And this thing, yeah.
So it's a straight horror movie. It's not funny?
Yeah, it's not. No.
Okay. Sounds like it'd be a funny movie, Jeepers Creepers,
Yeah, it's not. They're not. If
actually, it sounds like
if you laugh at it, it's not their intent.
I got you. All right.
But
sounds like something like a teen movie or something like that.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of? Like The Parent Trap or something like that.
Oh,
That's
right.
what it sounds like to me. I've never seen it, so
Jeepers Creepers.
I will reserve judgment on Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
A horrifying scene in the first one. So this thing.
Spoiler
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, the movie came out in like 2004. So if you haven't seen it,
time to catch up. Yeah.
First one. It's Justin Long and I don't know, his sister. And they're driving in a 61 Impala 4-door. And this thing comes up behind him in this like military style shaggin' wagon. And it's blowing its horn. It pushes them off the road and everything. Well, it just keeps going. They come up to this house, or it's an old church. And it's there. So they see the truck and they see this thing outside unloading bodies and shoving it down this chute.
Oh.
As it's doing this, it stops what it's because they're like showing it as like they're driving. And you're like coming up onto it, and then you're passing it, and then you're turning back and looking. And as they're like turning back and looking, this thing stops what it's doing, drops a body, and turns and looks right at them.
Oh.
Yeah. It said like, Jesus, get out. And then it jumps in this shaggin' wagon and takes off after him. A terrifying scene.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
Good movie, though.
Yeah.
So part of this is getting back to the final part of my rant is part of what I don't like about kids movies now is people who take a kid that's too little to see a movie, to sit through a movie, to not be talking the whole time. They're 3 years old or younger. So did you guys take that into account? When your kids were little, did you not take them until they were a certain age or a certain...
I didn't take my daughter anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. We never went out to eat. We never went anywhere. We went to the grocery store, all three of us, and I could entertain her the whole time with spinning apples. I always bought apples, and I'd pick the bag up and I'd spin it or I'd give her my keys. I would keep her entertained. One time in Walmart, she threw a fit. I drug her outside and I beat her ass. She's like 2.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know that I ever took my kids whenever they. I mean, and if they did, I don't recall taking them when they were too young. Maybe my youngest because the other ones wanted to go.
Right.
But if there was ever an issue,
good one.
I'd get up and I'd take them outside and be like, hey, start acting right, or else we're not going back in there, And it's just, I don't know. It's common courtesy. It's just how I was raised. It's how I act, I think.
I was that way with movies, dinner, whatever. If they were being a brat, I would get up and walk out in the lobby and get on them and not ruin somebody else's meal.
Right.
Where now people don't care.
They don't.
They do not care at all.
So you're asking me that. And now I remember it now. So the first movie I ever took my daughter to was Hoodwinked. The animated thing, which is a good movie.
It's like Red Robin, Little Red Riding Hood.
Right.
Whatever, right.
And I think that came out in like 2004. So that put her 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
She was great. She sits there and she's intent with the movie. She got these nachos.
No.
She's eating these nachos and she gets about halfway through them and she just hands them to me. And I'm like, cool. So you're done. I'm gonna power down these nachos.
Right.
I ate them all. Set the thing underneath. She taps my shoulder about 20 minutes later. She's like, where's my nachos? I go,
I just wanted you to hold them.
Yeah. I go, I ate them. She was, you ate my nachos? Screamed it. I instantly got up, walked right out, went and bought nachos and came right back in, didn't say a word. And since then, I don't eat at the movie theater ever.
She scared it right out of you.
Don't eat. Don't eat. And don't get popcorn. I get a soda every once in a while. I don't. It's just I felt just like a wee little man.
Yeah.
But I'm a fat guy. Yeah, you ate all my nachos.
Oh, yeah, you put them in front of me. What do you expect me to do?
You're lucky you even got any.
So along those lines, what is your movie going pattern? Do you get popcorn and soda, Ryan? Do you?
It depends. I mean, usually lately we'll go to dinner, even if it's with the family or whatever. We'll go get dinner and then we'll go see movies. So there's no need for popcorn. The other thing I do is that if the kids want candy or even the wife wants candy, we'll go to Walgreens or we'll go somewhere and get candy before because I'm not paying
motherfuckers.
Them. You're damn right. God. You're damn right. So
walk into a place of business and screw them out of their profit.
They're already screwing me.
Are you kidding me?
No.
$7 for half a bag of Skittles.
Here's another tip that my son just told me. He's like, if you get the medium popcorn, which is in a bag, it's not in a bucket, it's in a bag, and then you take an empty bucket and you dump the bag of popcorn into the bucket, it's the same amount of popcorn.
Really?
Yeah. And he's like, a little known fact that basically the movie theater is fucking you.
Yeah, here's the thing.
The drive-thru.
So a medium bag of popcorn and a large soda is like $13.25.
Right.
The large bucket of popcorn is $13.75. So it's only 50 cents more. But if you're saying it's actually the same amount.
But the other side of that is that it's about 3 cents worth of popcorn.
Well, yeah.
And about 8 cents worth of soda, and they're making $13 off. Yeah. It's ridiculous. You don't
want to keep the place open. It's the only place I'll go see a movie anymore.
Look, I'll buy the stuff if I want it and I'm there. I know it's like going to the ball game. I mean, I know the markup on a beer at a ball game is way over the top, but I still do it. But I also have a choice. So if
I thought you smuggled a 12-pack of beer in the bush.
if there was a way.
No shit. No, I'm not pregnant. I mean, yes, I'm pregnant.
So if it's my family and we will pretty much get popcorn and soda every time. And we don't get anything else. None of us get Jujubes or Junior Mints or Skittles or no candy, no chocolate. It's popcorn and soda or nothing.
That's it.
Now my daughter will get water or something. But if I go with a friend or something, I never hardly ever get.
The Big O always gets the noisiest package of whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Even if we go to Walgreens or whatever, he'll get whatever it is that's the friggin' noisiest package in the world. And he can never get into it. And it's like, give it here. Just the movie starts.
Open it before we go in.
I went with a buddy of mine. We were seeing, I'm sure it was Star Wars or something, but
I'm sure it was Star Wars.
I'm certain it was probably Star Wars.
Big nerd.
He took his son.
Wiener.
He took his son, who was, I would guess, 5 or 6 at the time, and same thing. They brought their own candy or whatever, and it was like individually wrapped whatevers,
Twizzlers
and
or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
god, this kid was crinkling the wrapper the whole time, and he's sitting right next to me.
You wanted to murder him.
I mean, for one, it was making me mad, but I'm also like, this has to be annoying everybody around us.
Right.
And
Well, yeah, because that's a different breed. That's a different breed of moviegoer right there.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's not your casual
They
fan.
want the full
No.
experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that brings up kind of a good point. Is why I don't go see too many movies. I think the last one I saw, we saw Infinity Wars, and then before that it was it A Quiet Place? Is that what it's called?
It's just Infinity War.
Whatever.
Take it easy. Sorry. It's just Infinity
Whatever.
War.
What's the one? Is it A Quiet Place?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the reason why I saw those two movies is that's kind of my rule now. Is like there's movies that are meant for the theatrical experience, and then there's movies that you don't need the big screen for it. I got a pretty big screen in my basement, and I got surround sound. I can do pretty well without spending all the money and not dealing with all the other assholes, and just wait. But like any Star Wars movie, any Marvel movie, and then The Quiet Place, I had heard that you got to see it in the theater with all these other people, and it really brings a whole new level to the movie-going experience. So that's kind of my rule.
It's got to be quiet.
It does have to be quiet. And we did have a good theater. I know you didn't have as good of experience.
Just the one guy. We call him the pussy.
Yeah.
No, for the most part, it was fine for A Quiet Place. Right. There was the guy who was sobbing and whatever.
Yeah, that's my
Oliver saw that with us, and he had again noisy fucking candy or whatever, and it was like, dude, and it is stone quiet.
Oh my god,
in there,
yeah, that movie especially.
And I'm like, dude, shh, don't chew with your mouth shut, man. Everybody can
don't
hear
even
you.
Move. Yeah.
Why'd you get peanut M&Ms? Damn it! You know?
Now I'll say this: my bride and I, we always, because our anniversary is right around Halloween, so we go and see a scary movie for our anniversary.
Used to be Saw all the time.
Used to be Saw. Every Saw would come out at that time. This year, the newest Halloween is coming out with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah,
we've been watching trailers. It looks fucking nuts. So we're going to see that for our anniversary. And so I go to the movies for that. In fact, when we went for that whole dinner movie in the same hole, that was a Saw, the newest Saw. We went and seen that one. And I don't know if they do very good, but her and I like it, so whatever, fuck the world.
It's your thing, man.
Yeah, it's our deal.
It's good that you got a tradition. Yeah, my wife and I, our tradition, it seems like, is being in a fucking baseball game. So we.
Well, yeah, you got about another 12 years of that, and then you have something else.
We're almost done with it, I think. But yeah, I mean, we had a cheeseburger from the concession stand on our anniversary. I was like, "It's a hell of a dinner, huh, honey?" How about
cheers.
That? It all works, man. As long as you got something, as long as you're with her, I guess is maybe the important part. I don't know, maybe not.
I try not to upset mine, but I did tonight already. I didn't mean to.
Well, you got the dogs on, man.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
No, I do. I like movies. I enjoy watching them, but I hate people.
I do too, and I don't like being. I have to get up. I can't sit that long.
Right. Especially if it's a shitty theater.
Mm-hmm.
If you're sitting in the bleacher seats or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like whenever we were last episode, we were talking about concerts and that, and we talked how much I like a smaller venue and how those places are neat. But yeah, the older I get and the smaller the seats get, or the bigger I get, then my knees lock up and shit, and I can't sit in those seats.
I can't.
It doesn't work.
I can't sit for very long. I have to get up because I don't know. Maybe I start clotting or something. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I have to get up. So if I'm at home, it's awesome. I can get up,
pause, you go pee.
I don't even hit pause. I'll hit me up if it's something awesome. I'll go pee real fast, or if I'm getting up to get a soda or something, which I've already paid for. So it's
right.
We watched when we got back from Gulf Shores. We watched the newest Death Wish with
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good. It didn't do very well at theaters, but it was worth. It's definitely worth a view.
Yeah.
Well, and I watched it at home.
Who doesn't like Bruce Willis?
No,
he's pretty solid, right?
Only idiots.
I love Bruce Willis, but he's had a bunch of bombs recently. His last few.
Hudson Hawk is the only bomb he ever had.
I actually like Hudson Hawk.
Well, what was it? All the Stallone, what are they called? The Expendables.
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah,
but he was like a
cameo deal, right? Him and
Schwarzenegger.
Like cameos, but
they weren't action.
No, well, see, I love Sylvester Stallone and I love Bruce Willis. I can't make it through the Expendables.
Those are awesome. I really like those.
I think whenever, if maybe more action, less dialogue, because it's not what you would call the greatest thespian talent.
Well, hell no, and it's full of like puns. I mean, it's like
it's just bad writing.
This juice won't juice itself today.
Yeah.
You know,
they took
stupid.
They took Last Action Hero and like amped it up by exponential.
Right.
But. Hey, they're good at what they do, but they need better writers. Sylvester Stallone's a genius, I think, but he needs to bounce shit off of people every once in a while.
Now, did I hear, like every other franchise, they're doing an all-female version of the Expendables?
Are they really?
I think I read that somewhere.
Like Ocean's 8? That'll be at the house.
Yeah.
I will not. Yeah. I will watch it.
My daughter saw that the other day and said it was good, but she's never seen any of the other ones.
Right.
She went with a friend who didn't even know there were other Ocean's movies.
Oh, wow.
So I guess when you don't realize that, then the new one seems pretty good. But
Sure.
I would assume compared to the first one, it's probably not that great.
Well, and that's what they're after. They're after the next generation, and they're trying to build a new audience based on the same bullshit, and it's working. I mean, there's a lot of kids.
That's why we're getting another Bill and Ted.
Well, yeah,
with the same old Bill and Ted.
I can't imagine it's going to be any good.
It might be awesome. Apparently, Keanu's up for cash or something like that.
These John Wick movies, he's coming back in a big way.
Those are good movies.
Those
I like
are good
those.
movies.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he do another? I guess they played out the whole Matrix thing, didn't they? That's pretty much done.
Never seen it.
You never seen the Matrix?
No, I don't.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man. Unlike you guys, I just can't get into those fucking sci-fi movies like that.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the first one was good. The second one was and then I think I fell asleep in the first 10 minutes of the third one.
They jumped the shark on the third one, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but Keanu Reeves, Big O and we watched Bill and Ted, the first one, a week or two ago. We were sitting down with nothing going on. I had a free night. Yeah. And I'm scrolling through whatever, Netflix or Amazon or whatever, and I said, what do you think about this? And he reads it, and he's like, yeah, that sounds good. And I fell asleep. It seems like I do that a lot. I think I have narcolepsy. But I fell asleep about maybe an hour into whatever, and he woke me up when it was over. He was, Dad, the movie's over. I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right, buddy, see you later.
What'd you think?
So the next day I asked him, like, did you like the movie? He goes, it was hilarious.
It is hilarious.
He loved it. I was like, yeah, it's a classic, I think, closest we can get from the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a classic, but it's fucking stupid. I mean, that movie's stupid.
It's just
yeah,
dumb comedy.
But that's what made it funny. It was so stupid.
What was that? Dude, Where's My Car? That was a dumbass movie.
Yeah, it was, but it was funny as hell too.
Right,
Shibby. They would say shibby all the time.
And then
I apologize for my coughing, man. Fucking Ryan gave me AIDS last week. It's terrible.
We gotta stop
Ryan
making
Joe
out in between shows and
tore up tonight.
sharing food. It's and
my germaphobe ass is fucking next. I can just
we're
tell.
sneezing on him all the time. It's But maybe this is an improved sound quality. I don't know.
You got
I think I sound nasally, but
sound like Barry White, dude.
I had that last week. I noticed on the other episode that my voice was very low sounding, lower than normal.
Yeah.
Now,
Well, you kept cupping your balls, though.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, I
think
noticed that.
I've been drinking too much beer, and I got
That's what
my
it
voice
is. You
a
just
little
got
weak
manned
now.
up.
Yeah.
You manned up.
It'll make the testicles fall. That's for sure.
Right.
That is fucking great.
No, we should have my oldest boy on here and ask him some of these questions about the movie theater because
let's be clear here because he works at the movie theater.
Yeah, he works at the movie theater, and so he tells the other side of this and dealing with patrons, and I think that most normal people like present company, he has no issue with it. We come in, we buy our ticket, we're there on time, we go in, we sit wherever there's an open seat, we buy our snacks, we don't cause any trouble. We're not
We should YouTube a video of us going
to the movie theater,
into the movie theater, and not being able to pay for things, and then causing a fucking scene.
Right?
Like, what do you mean that declined?
Well, that's
I know. I just put checks in today.
So the name of the theater, the company is RMC.
Right.
And there's another company that's nationwide that's AMC.
Right.
And frequently he has usually middle-aged to older females who come in with these AMC reward cards or
Movie
even a
pass
gift card in some cases. And
does it work?
No, of course it doesn't work. And so they get declined, and then they have to talk these people off the ledge. Like, no, we're not the same company, lady.
Right.
And they're like, well, this is bullshit. I paid good money for this. Why isn't this accepted? It's like, look at the fucking sign out in the front of the building. You know? It's a different company. I know ours kind of look like Ace, but it's come on, you know. And then
take it across the street to the liquor store, see if it works.
Right? Yeah. See what they give you down at the Family Video or whatever. No, and then what was it? What was that kind of religious movie? Is about music and the guy that learned how to wrote a song or whatever. I can't remember the name of the song, the name of the movie. But anyway,
Passions.
I don't know.
No, it was recent.
Right.
Like within the past two months or whatever. There was this movie. It was a big hit for the Christians, right? There was and so there was a lot of church groups that were showing up to the theater
For the Christians.
Yeah. Well, they would show up in droves. Like
Right.
The church
buses.
organized.
Right.
They got the buses together and they
Get your gift cards together. We're going to the damn theater.
And I think they sold tickets at mass on
You
Sunday.
got a built-in audience when you go with the.
And so
anytime, whenever you make Jesus the star,
right. Well, he wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. Even, I don't know what it was about. Honestly, I have
Jesus,
no idea.
God,
But
Peter,
whatever.
We're going to start the podcast. It's going to be get a load of Jesus. Or it's just going to be.
But TJ said that the
built-in audience.
What would
the
Jesus
Christians
do?
are probably some of the worst customers.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, that they had. Well,
Entitled.
In his words, many of them, not all of them, there are good Christians out there in the world, but many of them feel as though they are so much better than everybody else there that they deserve some type of special treatment and just the tone with which they talk to the help behind the counter. It was just condescending.
Get me someone that matters.
Well, it's that kind of thing. And it's like, what they always say is like, judge someone by how they treat the waiter, right?
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
And he's like, so these people are Christians and yet they treat people like shit whenever they're trying to wait on them or whatever. It's like
they're only Christians when they're walking down the aisle on Sunday.
Right.
That's when it's their own little parade. Trust you me, man. I grew up in Catholic. I seen it all.
Right.
I seen all that shit.
Yeah, so he deals with all kinds, man. But usually it's like the soccer moms and older women, I think, that are the usually the most vocal.
Because you can't talk to those kind of people.
Yeah, no,
you can't talk to them.
No.
If I walked in with an AMC card and he goes, "We're RMC," that's enough.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, my bad.
Oh yeah,
right,
I can't spell. I apologize for wasting your time. Here's my cash.
Yeah. But this person wants to be like, well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's one letter. I got 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
Meatloaf says it's all right.
I should get 2/3 of a discount. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's
Christian soccer moms, I tell you.
I tell you,
they're the worst.
But if you're a listener, we love you.
Yep,
and keep
we
listening.
appreciate
well, if
it.
you're listening,
Subscribe.
I can't believe that you're listening, and you probably are not a closet. You're a closet something else.
Closet atheist or something. Yeah. You're only there
closet
for
stripper. Oh my god, I got to listen to my
You're
boys.
only there for the communion bread.
Yeah,
for
the wine.
Love those crackers.
Yeah, I'm there for the wine.
So we won't go too far down this road, but do you guys, because we're not all big movie theater goers anymore because of the annoyances of it, do you guys kind of try to duplicate it at home? Do you have the big screen and the surround sound? And
I have
high
the big
def and
screen
all that?
because I am a sports fanatic, so I have all that shit. And I have the high def and all that. I don't have all the speakers and everything because I don't need it. I can hear and I don't need the reverb.
What's up?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you are you like, hey, we're starting the movie, turn the lights off, everybody be quiet?
I love that. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an experience I like. The girls aren't. They want the lights on because maybe the dog will have to shit or something. I don't know. They want the lights on, but I would turn the lights off every time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Now, in my basement, I did the basement 15 years ago, and the TV that I had was a projection, old, deep. It's still in my garage. If anybody wants a free 56-inch projection TV, that was a real nice TV in 2003.
Top of the line.
And now it's a boat anchor, but I built the basement kind of around this TV. So it never really took a shit. It has no connections for the modern technology. Right. So I had to buy a new TV. So now I think it's a 60-inch TV down there. But I had the surround sound wired in.
Wow, you must be rich.
No, that they make a 100-inch TV now. No, I had to find one that fit the hole that this TV came out of. It really sucked because I really wanted to get the bigger TV, but it's like, well, I got this hole I got to slide it into.
Yep.
But then I did the can lights
Isn't
around
that every man's problem
that are on the right.
Find one that fits the hole.
Right. But it's on a dimmer, so you can have the whole movie theater experience.
Oh yeah, I have the dimmers downstairs too. That's nice. I like that. But
bring them down just to that level where it's like, you can see what you're eating, but you're not the lights on.
I have a 50-inch projection downstairs.
Pussy.
Well, it's the hole it fits, and I could go 55, but my bride won't. She won't allow it. That TV's fine. I'm like, good.
We can clip pieces out of this. It's like I can go 55, but my bride, she can't handle it.
She will not. That TV's fine, and it's old DLP, and the picture's fine once the thing gets all warmed up and everything. It's great, but.
Yeah.
It's not as nice as the one I got upstairs, so I watch everything upstairs.
Sure, yeah. That's the thing. I tell my kids this all the time. I was like, you guys don't realize how good you got it, man.
God.
I mean,
no.
We had, growing up, we had a console TV that was talk about TVs warming up. I mean, you turn that thing on, you go get a cup of tea, and then come back, and maybe you'd start to see the picture.
Right.
And, and then the remote that we had, our first remote for that TV was through the cable box, and it was corded.
Yeah.
It looked like a calculator, right?
How old are you?
I'm not that old, man. This was the early 80s. And but the remote, it looked like a desk calculator, but it had a cord that went all the way to the box. And the cord was like 200 feet long.
Yeah.
And it read out on it what channel you were on. And but you could turn the TV off and on with it, but you couldn't do the volume. You had to get up and turn the volume knob up. And I
remember the old A/B shit.
Oh,
where
you
had to get
switch channels. Yeah.
Yeah, it only went up to 99, and then there was
before that
100s and 200s.
Before that, we had 4 channels. I mean, you didn't grow up with cable from the jump, did you? I mean, you remember having 2, 4, and 5. I remember
getting it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had ABC, CBS, NBC, and then Fox came along later. 11,
30.
Yeah. Yep. So then these kids are like, "Oh, there's nothing on." It's like, in my day, God damn it, we had 4 channels, and all of them were fuzzy,
and we liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. We had cable pretty early. We were one of the first families to get it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but we did.
Because your daddy loved you,
Yeah, that's what it was. and it was
cool. You stole it from the neighbor up the street.
We could have. We very well could have. I don't know, but we had it. And we would watch this. Like, everybody wanted to watch this Purple Door. I don't know. It was some kid show. I don't know. It was fucking stupid. I hated it, but all the kids wanted to come over and watch it. I was like, all right, we can come over and watch it.
But watching a movie at home. I mean, I remember the first time we watched a movie on a VCR. And, and I remember the first time my parents watched one. They watched On Golden Pond, which I didn't like. It was an adult movie. Henry Fonda and Jane Fonda as well. And and what's that chick that played Henry Fonda's wife that has the oh, you old poop.
That's the Fran Dresner.
No, she was a child at the time. It doesn't matter. Anyway, but I remember them watching. I was like, well, that's cool. You're gonna watch a movie here, And then my uncle started. He had satellite before, like, way back. He was an early adopter of all these things and cable, and he would record all these movies on HBO. And he's like, "You want to watch Star Wars?" I'm like, "Shit, yeah, we can do that." And he popped his tape in, and I'm like, this is amazing. And
or do you want to watch Russian women exercise?
Yeah, well,
I can equally show you that much as well.
Those tapes were in the back of the thing. And I knew where they were whenever he was gone. But I
do remember the event of renting a VCR. Before everybody had one, and it was renting one. You'd get it in a big box.
Yeah, had to come
maybe even like
all
a
up and everything.
padded case. Yeah, you got to hook all these wires up.
Right. We did that one time, and the old man's like, "Nope."
Went and
bought one.
Right.
And they were like $700 back then. Right. They were insane.
Right. I'll bet we only did it 4 or 5 times. I don't even know what it cost to rent back then. It had to be $50 probably.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But yeah, I'm sure we got like Weekend at Bernie's or something, something.
What? You got something? No. Weekend at Bernie's.
He's much younger than us.
Yeah, I know, but no one was renting VCRs at that time. By the time Weekend Bernie's came out?
That was probably like 88, 89, right?
88, 89.
Into the VHS era, maybe. I don't know.
I think we were already on our
We probably were renting like Back to the Future or something.
Yeah, that'd have been 85.
85, yeah.
85, 86.
Well, 85 is when it hit theaters.
Right, so 86 would have been VHS.
That shit didn't come out forever.
No, my uncle had like one of the first VCRs that it popped out of the top, like you hit and everything, every button you hit was like ka-chunk. I mean, it was a solid piece of. He had that thing. I mean, he's dead now, but I mean, I'm pretty sure if we dug it out of the landfill and plugged it in, that fucker'd still work. I mean, it was just, they were made like, it was a tank and it weighed like 800 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
And it
had to set it on top of shit too, because the door came up.
Yeah.
The door came up like it was going to greet you. And
no, his came up with it had no buffer on it.
Snapped up.
It just popped up. It was crazy.
The shit,
man.
when we had the top loader, it would like pop, and then it would boom, come up like that.
You got the higher end model.
And it was only a 2-head. The old man.
4 heads where it's at.
Yeah, that's what he said, 4-head. And he's like, I can't afford a 4-head. That ain't just happening. So, crazy.
Yep. The good old days of VHS.
Yeah, well, watching movies.
TV.
Basically, what you people should get out of this is watching movies at home.
Well, there's that argument that, look, you have all the tools and they're relatively inexpensive. You can go watch a movie at home and build your own home theater experience pretty easily. But the movie industry, the theater industry, is going crazy trying to draw you back in. If it's not 3D, which is still there, but I think the thrill is a little bit gone on 3D.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where the recliners come in, and that's where dinner while you sit there, and enough cup holders to, 7 people could sit in a seat, and all the room in the world that you could ever ask for. They got to do something.
Here's the secret. So you got to go. Most of these movies that start on Friday night, opening night, actually start on Thursday, especially the big blockbuster, superhero movies or sci-fi or whatever.
Wednesdays.
Right. And so most people don't know that. So if you go on Thursday,
well, thanks for letting the cat out of the bag. All these people, they're listening. You just let the secret out.
Both of you. But go on the Thursday before the Friday opening night, and there'll be way less people there. Or go the following, Monday or Tuesday after opening weekend at a time that it's way less busy. Half the time they got specials because nobody goes. So like on Tuesdays here, every
just
movie's
take off
$5
work
or whatever.
and go see your movie.
Just do that. Take a vacation day. No.
Yeah.
But definitely the one secret is to go early on the day before it really opens.
Right.
And don't go to a fucking kids movie.
Right. Yeah. Wait till that shit comes out on
PG-13
DVD.
and rated R only, where there isn't going to be anybody younger than.
Or if you're going to go see like Star Wars or Solo or anything, just have your mom wait in line, and she'll get your seat and everything. You're like, Ma, I'm here. I'm good. Go on home.
Just give me the jujubes, Ma.
Son of a bitch! I want an original, not tropical. This will never work.
Sounds about right.
That's the secret.
There it is.
So anyway, I just wanted to rant about our terrible movie-going experience.
Yeah,
I'm glad you got it off your chest.
I did.
Hopefully you feel better about it now.
Yep.
I hate them too, man. I don't want to go. She wanted to go this weekend to see something. I go, what's even out?
Yeah,
I'm not going to go see Incredibles 2. I've never seen the first one.
First one's great.
That's what I hear.
I'm trying to think what the other big movie that just came out that's not doing well, but doesn't matter. Anyway,
well,
hey, check us out.
Let us know what you think about going to the movies. Do you go all the time? Do you never go? Do you hate going?
Or you know what? Just send us an email that says "fuck you, Joe."
Right.
That would be cool too, man.
Especially if you're in Sweden, because we know you're out there. We know you're listening.
Yeah, just send us one.
Yeah, come on. How do you say hello in Swedish?
Hello?
Probably. Let's give that a shot. Just shoot us an email.
No, say fuck you, Joe. That's
Mr.
what you should
or Mrs. Sweden. We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line. Loadthispodcast@gmail.com or on the socials at loadthispodcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're,
which I've been told I need to get on, apparently.
Yeah, we're going to try to bring Joe into the 21st century a little bit.
I'm going to break the internet.
But yeah, make sure you subscribe and comment and share and all those. Rate us on iTunes, all those good things that help us build an audience. That's all I got.
And fuck the Cubs.
And we haven't said it in a while.
Yeah.
Fuck the Cubs.
We've meant it all along.
Oh, yeah, it's intended.
It's underlying.
Yeah.
That's right.
We lost the series this weekend, but
I know, man.
we did have a good showing on ESPN.
We did.
The Cubs are a damn good baseball team, but
fuck every last one of them. And they were wearing. I seen the hat they had on last night.
It's a Father's Day hat, man. You can't bitch about that. It's Father's Day.
Yeah, I fucking can do anything I want. That's the beauty part about me.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
happy Father's Day to everybody.
Yep.
And
happy
us too.
Father's Day, you cocksuckers. No, I thought about this after last week. Like, we did a whole Mother's Day thing. We did nothing for Father's. We didn't do an episode for Father's Day, so
we're gonna do the
we are
Sweet
the
16
uncelebrated a father.
That's right.
Fathers are uncelebrated.
Yeah.
I did what I did was awesome. I sat at home and got drunk and barbecued.
Yeah.
By myself. Well, not by myself, with just the family.
I watched mediocre 14-year-old baseball. But I did go to Twin Oak Pizza. I'll give them a shout out. I went to Twin Oak Pizza in Brentwood over in St. Louis.
Never heard of it.
And it's really good. And I follow them on Instagram, and I don't even know how I started. But I always see they got great looking food, man. And so yesterday morning, I wake up and I'm scrolling through bullshit, and I see Twin Oak Pizza, and it's like Father's Day specials, and I'm like, get up, we're going here before we go watch baseball. So I get there, no wait, sit down, nice people, nice wait staff, nice hostess, everything's great. As I'm sitting down, she goes, "Oh, it's Father's Day, so you get free beer." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Free beer or just free beer?
The hostess said, fathers get free beer. And I was like, bet, we don't have enough time. We got to be at a game in like 2 hours. This is ridiculous. And the waitress came. She goes, "You get one free beer." God. But still, that was all fun.
Hell yeah, it's beautiful.
I was happy. I drank their free beer, and I ate a glorious sandwich. It had brisket and Canadian bacon and some kind of beer cheese sauce and 2 fried eggs, and holy shit, it was amazing. And I got a side of bacon that was probably the best bacon I ever had.
Was that a breakfast?
Yeah, brunch. We'll call it brunch.
That's delicious.
It was amazing.
Any time of day.
It was amazing. And everybody else had pizza, and they had like a buffalo chicken, buffalo blue cheese.
I love that.
It was an awesome pizza. And then
where's this place at?
It's in Brentwood.
Twin Oak.
Twin Oak Pizza. Twin Oak. I think the full name is Twin Oak Wood Fired Pizza and Barbecue. Is the name of it.
That's a little.
We're gonna hashtag them. We're gonna hashtag them in this, or we're gonna add them. We'll tag them in this. And
what about Twin Peaks?
That's a whole different experience, but equally thrilling.
I've never been there. I heard it's really cool though.
It is. It's Hooters stepped up a notch.
Hooters.
So I have to shout out to my daughter, who for Father's Day, I think we've talked about this on the air. Her affliction with loud noises while eating, crunching and all that. She can't stand it at all.
Right.
But so for Father's Day, what did she get me? She got me my favorite cereal, Captain Crunch, with crunch berries.
There it is. And watched you eat it, or went upstairs?
No, she left the room promptly.
But like, you're gonna have that now. I'm leaving.
She brought it to me, and it said, she wrote on it "Happy Father's Day" all over the box. And so it's like even more special because I know she hates crunching noises, and she bought a cereal with crunch in the name.
Wow, she's really going above and beyond there.
She did. She went all out. So I appreciate it.
Does she like crunchy food?
No. Oh, like herself?
Yeah.
I don't think it bothers her.
Will she eat nachos?
Oh yeah, she'll eat
Doritos.
Oh yeah, she'll probably has a bag of Tostitos in her room right now. But
so now isn't that look? I mean, she's a young lady.
Hypocritical, yes.
A little bit hypocritical, right? I mean,
but it's her noise, not your noise.
Fair enough. Yes.
You know what? You probably should have beat her in a theater years ago.
I should have.
Yeah.
I won't try to understand it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's no point.
So anyway, until next time, I'm Jarod.
I am Ryan.
This is Joe.
And get a load of this.